got her down, she real vicious. Rockabye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton, but with that game.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Younghoe Koo all set to do the honors, and we are underway from Atlanta. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Prescott now. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. They got his man complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on 3rd and long. But I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're going to start to drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Mariota now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Now Mariota. This pass is caught by London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11 now.
Brings us 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On play action, Mariota. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. We're scoreless after 1. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football. And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Prescott to throw it. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Prescott to throw on fourth. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Handoff running left, Patterson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Mariota. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Another completion right back to Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson from 10 yards out. And the Falcons post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shout along the way, too.
That's got to give him some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Brett Maher taking off for Dallas.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A handoff for Patterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Mariota to throw it. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott, he'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st down, Dallas.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Here's 2nd and 10. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Prescott yet again. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They'll go again with Patterson.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, Mariota out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 22.
A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Left side to Lamb. And some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 45 yards. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And, partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the third quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We got a brand-new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. Taking it about the 16. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Falcons 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
They'll give it to Patterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
Play action now. Mariota. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Mariota now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Mariota again. And caught by London. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo.
They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people don't question the play call. In that situation, sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That is a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Here's Mariota.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
That's complete to Lamb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Now Prescott.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Now Mariota.
It's caught inside the 25. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
To throw, Mariota.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Hey,